Welcome to the Weekly Printer. Thank you for taking the time to join me in this new video series. So this video series is going to be a bunch of weekly projects, but the one project that I'm going to be working on right now is a personal 3D printer. So I do own a MakerBot Z18. I'm going to use that to build all the parts for this printer. I do have a few set guidelines for it. One is I want to have all 3D printed parts. So anything that is metal on a normal 3D printer, I want to print it myself. So bearings, screws, anything that needs to be printed, I'm going to print. Next is it's got to have a 12 by 12 by 10 inch build volume. Now that's going to be pretty tricky, but we're going to give it a try. So let's get started. Okay, we're back. So this week it's going to be a little bit different than the other weeks. Normally I would show you the CAD and then I would move on to the parts being printed and then move on to them actually being done. But this week I've already started, so I'm going to show you the parts first and then I'll show you better detailed in the CAD, which will help a lot. I'm still figuring out this whole camera thing. I'm not used to this. So what we got first is these extrusions. So this is just like an aluminum extrusion. It's identical to aluminum extrusion. It's really nice actually. They're printed pretty smooth. I think they're going to work. And I can print these 18 inches tall. They print just upright. No support needed. They printed really good. So these are going to be basically the extrusions off other types of printers. This is going to be it, but it's going to be plastic. So it's a lot lighter too even. So then what I did was I printed two long sections like this. And I extruded these caps on the end. Now these caps at the end hold these together. And this is a linear rail already. So this is what I'm going to use for all the linear motion on my printer. It's pretty smooth, as you can see. It's not too bad. There's a little bit of slop, but there's not a lot. And I think once I get the motion part of it, which will be a gear in here running on 2 tracks, that'll hold a little bit of tension, and it gets really tight, and there's not much slop when you hold tension on that. So that'll help a lot. And then on the back, I made a place where you could mount a motor. So the stepper motor can be mounted right here, and that'll be what drives it back and forth. And I actually already have that stuff from an old printer. I have a PrinterBot Plus at one point, and I have all the old electronics from that I'm going to use on this, so I don't have to buy anything new. So this works pretty good, I'm pretty sure. The linear bearings are actually printed, and there's airsoft BBs in there. I drew a little stuff up, and I made a linear bearing with airsoft BBs in there. And that works pretty good. I need to adjust them a little. They're a little bit loose, so the bearings go like wobble in there, and I think that's causing to that noise. I'm sure you can hear it. Pretty noisy, and I don't know if I want my printer to sound like that. So getting rid of that should help a lot. So this is what I got so far for this week, and I think it'll be well. That's all we got time for today. So for in the next video, what we're actually going to do is we're going to finish this track system on here along with the gear so we can hook it up with the motor and actually see it move underneath the motor. And we might re-engineer these bearings. I don't know if we'll have time for that, but we'll see if we do, and if we do, we will do that. Other than that, please like, comment, and subscribe on this video. I'm going to try to bring one of these videos every single week, so just hold me up to that and I'll make sure I do it. Other than that, I'll see you next week.